If you have debt in collections and you don't know about it, it's quietly damaging your credit score and literally costing you money every single day. The absolute worst part? Most people have zero clue it's even happening until they go to apply for a loan or maybe an apartment and bam, they get denied.
So, do you have hidden debt destroying your credit right now? Well, it's definitely possible. But here is the incredibly good news. You can actually check this yourself right now, just sitting at your computer. You have the power to step in and take total control immediately.
You know, there's this golden rule in personal finance that we really need to talk about. If you don't check your credit, you're guessing your financial situation. And guessing? Well, that just leaves you wide open to scams, frustrating errors, and serious legal headaches. In this explainer, we're going to completely stop guessing. I'm going to walk you through exactly how to find out if you have collections, where to actually look, and the specific legal steps you absolutely must take if you end up finding one.
Section 1. The Hidden Debt Trap. Let's briefly look at why people miss the signs and why these collections manage to stay hidden from us in the first place.
Think about the timeline of a debt. Say you miss a payment. After about 6 months of no payments, the original bank or creditor is going to issue what's called a charge-off. Now, a charge-off is really just an internal accounting loss for them. It definitely does not mean you're off the hook, not at all. What they do next is usually sell your debt for literal pennies on the dollar to a third-party collection agency. And just like that, the debt is hiding right there on your credit report under a completely different company name that you have probably never even heard of.
Section 2. Where to check your credit. Let's track down exactly where all this credit data lives so you can uncover these hidden accounts once and for all. Okay, so you obviously start with the big 3 credit bureaus. That's Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. But please do not stop there. Collection accounts absolutely love to hide in alternative databases. Got an old unpaid utility or cell phone bill? Those usually go to a system called the NCTU. What about an overdrawn bank account from 5 years ago? That's going to end up in check systems. And those heavy public records, like court judgments or tax liens, those live in a database called LexisNexis. By law, you have a right to request your personal file from every single one of them.
Now, for the big 3 bureaus, there is only one place you should ever go: annualcreditreport.com. I cannot stress this enough. This is the only federally authorized website that gives you completely free weekly credit reports. Please do not trust random websites you find online and absolutely never pay for this access. Once you pull your free reports, you're going to want to scan them closely for any accounts that are specifically labeled as a collection account or charged off.
Section 3. How to verify collections. This is where we demand proof and actually use the law to our advantage.
So, what exactly happens if you do find a collection? Or maybe you get one of those terrifying letters in the mail? Well, you verify it. You actually have a federally protected right under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. Specifically, it's Section 1692G. Basically, this law requires a debt collector to legally prove they actually own the debt and have the absolute right to collect it from you before you hand over a single cent. You enforce this rule by officially requesting what's called a debt validation letter.
But here's the catch. You have to act fast. You have exactly 30 days from the moment you receive an initial notice to demand this validation in writing. If you just ignore it and you let those 30 days slip by, the collector can legally assume the debt is valid, and let me tell you, your options shrink dramatically after that.
All right, so here is your step-by-step verification playbook. First up, draft a simple letter asking for the name of the original creditor and the exact itemized balance. Second, and this is key, mail it via U.S. Postal Service certified mail with a return receipt. You do this because it creates a rock-solid legal paper trail proving they actually received your letter. Third, you enforce the pause. You see, the exact moment they sign for your letter, federal law states they must completely pause all collection activity. No more annoying phone calls, no more threatening letters. They literally have to prove it first. It sounds so simple, right? But this one legal step acts as a massive shield. It can literally protect your entire credit score and keep you from accidentally paying a fraudulent or expired claim.
Section 4. 2 realistic debt scenarios. Let's take all these legal rights and apply them to a couple of situations you might actually be facing right now.
Scenario 1. Let's say you haven't checked your credit in years. Your immediate action step today is to go straight to annualcreditreport.com and pull your tri-bureau report. Start looking for those hidden account markers we just talked about. Now, scenario 2. Let's say you just got a super aggressive call from a debt collector totally out of nowhere. Your action step here is simple. Do not, under any circumstances, admit the debt is yours over the phone. Just calmly tell them to send written validation, hang up the phone, and mail your dispute letter. We want facts here, not fear.
But, this is exactly where most people make a massive mistake. Scenario 2 causes a lot of panic, and that panic leads to a mistake that can honestly cost you dearly.
Section 5. Red Flags and Common Mistakes. You really need to know how this industry operates so you don't accidentally fall right into their traps.
The whole collection industry kind of relies on people not knowing the rules. So, rule number 1, never pay a debt without checking your report and verifying it first, because even tiny payments can trigger massive traps. Rule 2, never ignore actual legal notices from a court. If you don't show up, collectors can easily win a default judgment against you. Rule 3, do not blindly trust some random voice on the phone without written proof. And finally, keep an eye out for duplicate entries. Sometimes, crazy enough, the original bank and the new debt buyer will both report the exact same debt, which ends up hurting your credit score twice for a single mistake.
You also really have to understand the timeline here, because there are actually two totally different clocks ticking. See, a collection usually drops off your credit report after about 7 years, but the statute of limitations, which is the legal window a collector has to actually sue you in court, well, that varies by state. It's usually somewhere between 3 to 10 years. If a debt is past that legal window, it's considered time-barred. But here is the massive trap. If you make even a tiny payment on an old expired debt, you accidentally restart the clock. You literally just handed them the legal right to sue you all over again. Always verify before you pay anything.
Section 6. Your simple financial system. Let's boil everything we've covered in this explainer down to a simple system you can start using today.
Step 1. Check. Make a regular habit of reviewing your major and specialty credit reports so you catch any nasty surprises early. Step 2. Verify. Never pay based on fear. Always demand written validation to make absolutely sure the collector legally owns the debt. Step 3. Track. Keep physical copies of every single letter you send. Always use certified mail and log every interaction. Basically, organize your files and prioritize your actions based on cold, hard facts.
You now have the actual tools and the legal rights to step completely out of the dark and handle your credit with absolute confidence. But hey, once you've proven it that is real, what exactly is the best strategy to negotiate it down and actually pay less than you owe? Well, that's a whole other game of strategy for another day. For now, I'll leave you with this. Are you ready to finally stop guessing and take back control of your financial situation today?